Hi, this is Josh with Retro TV One Tech, and today I am ready for day 2 of VCF Midwest. It was kind of a short night because I went to the Galloping Ghost last night, and that video will either have already been out or be out really soon, so stay tuned for that if you haven't already seen it. It was a great time, and I was out until about 2 a.m., so I'm a little tired this morning, but it was totally worth it playing all those arcade games. So the order of business today is to check out of this awesome hotel room. It's an Embassy Suites room, and way too much room for one person, but it was super nice and enjoyable for sure. And then after that, head over to the convention center to see what's going on this morning at VCF. So let's get started. So the first step is I got to check out of this awesome room. Got a bunch of water to deal with, but I did get all of my purchases actually packed up inside of this suitcase. And I'll show you all the things that I got at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But I had to pack it up so that it could be a carry-on on the plane and not get damaged, even though luckily I'm the one that gets to load it, so I don't have to worry about it being thrown around in the baggage area. But anyway, it all did fit in the suitcase, so that means if I buy anything today, it's got to be kind of small. But all right, time for breakfast and checkout. Time for some breakfast in this beautiful lobby. Atrium, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty awesome. Got pancakes today. Breakfast was great, and so now it's time to say goodbye to this really awesome place here, the Embassy Suites. Schaumburg, highly recommended if you ever need to stay in the Schaumburg area. It is beautiful, beautiful venue. And great service. The breakfast is great. It's not just your traditional, continental breakfast with like a bagel and cereal. It's nice to actually have a real hearty breakfast in the morning. And you get to enjoy it in this beautiful space. But now, on to the convention. Stepping outside the hotel, it's a little warmer this morning. 57, feels great. Got shorts and a t-shirt on. And 57 in Florida would probably feel chilly, but here's the proof. I keep saying my blood hasn't really thinned that much, and 57 feels great here in Illinois, but I think in Florida with the higher humidity, I'd be pretty chilly. So either way, it's nice to enjoy a brisk, almost fall morning. Got a couple more weeks before fall, but still, it's beautiful. Good morning. Renaissance Schaumburg Hotel and Convention Center. It's really a pretty big place. Here we go. Day 2. Definitely a lot quieter than yesterday, like I assumed, but there's still a decent number of people here hanging out, enjoying the show. I think this might be what was left from the auction yesterday, waiting for people to pick up. This really is pretty cool. I didn't stop and look too much yesterday. Unbelievably accurate replicas. Wow. Fun. A very classic typewriter for sale. Also a SimCity kind of a poster here. That's pretty cool. Let's see what the weather is today. Just so cool. I actually miss seeing that. Good memories. IBM 5150. I also didn't show this yesterday. This is a little display for the Computer Museum at System Source, which I believe is what our friend 2000 Dan LB toured for me at VCF East, maybe? At least it's a similar name. Oh, that TI-99 version of Frogger? Frog stickers. That's too fun. Coleco Atom. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those. With a printer. Wow. And a lot of box systems up here as well. The Telegames. That was the Sears version of the Atari 2600. Got the Odyssey. A couple different versions of that. Pong. It's cool to see all those boxes. I got a next station here.
Oh, good call.
One of the things is there's a lot of discounts on Sunday, so that's good if you come on Sunday. There's a K-Pro with a nice green monochrome screen for $199. Pretty nice. Good shape. Checking out the free pile. Also, rules for the free pile again. Definitely different today. There's this Gateway laptop here, which is a Windows XP machine. I'm assuming it probably doesn't work, but it's actually surprisingly intact. There's a little different look at the free pile here. This is a big TV. If you had a vehicle down here and you needed a CRT, it's pretty nice to get something that big that works and not have to pay shipping on it. And then you've got like carnage over here. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. A lot of broken cases. Pretty fun. A little Zork. And then back here I noticed some absolutely massive towers back here. It's crazy. I'm sure those are held back for somebody, but wow. Giant towers. Love it. This MT32 Pi is pretty awesome. Uses some different emulation projects through Raspberry Pi 3. Very reasonable. A video of it in action there. It's pretty awesome. I love the soldering station. There's little projects you can build here. Practice soldering. I probably should do that sometime, but maybe under supervision. It's pretty fun. And again, I showed this before, but it's just the coolest display ever, literally. It's Atari 400 running on this old portable TV. That's pretty cool. See how many times I say cool today on the video. Ooh, a Yamaha music computer. That I've never seen before. It's pretty neat. I have to show this again. The SX64 Ultramax? Yeah. Unbelievably cool. Got the phone exhibit there. Illinois Bell. Pretty fun. Alright, this is insane. We got a FujiNet here, which connects this, I believe, Coleco Atom to the internet to monitor the position of the ISS, something that wasn't even thought about when this computer was designed. So that is just absolutely insane. There it goes. A nice assortment of computers here. A Sony computer. I've not seen anything like that. Sony cartridge base, must be Japan only. And then of course, love to see the Nintendo getting some love over here, especially with the Famicom keyboard. That's pretty neat. So here you've got a original PET 2001 here, which is absolutely insane to see. Got some custom looks like arcade buttons underneath of it, and then of course next to that, just for comparison, is a later version 8032 Commodore PET. So you can kind of see the difference there. The screen's much larger on the later model, and the computer itself is a little bit larger. So while we're on the subject of PETs, here's a later version 2001 series without the tape drive, but with the green monochrome screen. Here is Mega 65, which is a recreation Commodore 65. There's an actual Commodore 65. Those are super rare. Wow. As we stroll around here, it was busy over in that area, but the Commodore 65 was a prototype system that was never released, and there's a very, very small number of them left out in the wild. In fact, I saw one on eBay come up not too long ago, and I think it went for close to $10,000. So they're pretty rare if you can get a hold of them, and I don't know, less than 100 were made, I think. So pretty incredible. I love the red 64C. I don't think I showed this table yesterday. Wow, look at this RCA home TV programmer. Here's a Philips CDI. I think I saw kind of across the way yesterday that the Mario game, I think this is the one where there was like a licensed Mario game on a different non-Nintendo system for the only time ever that apparently was notoriously bad. And again, these incredible tiny little palm top PCs. So rare, so expensive, but so cool. Maybe one day I'll find one. This one's running Proto Web. I don't think I got to show this yesterday when it was on. So it looks like it is actually on now. I kind of did, but it was very busy because obviously it's pretty cool to see. Show the specs. 13 amps at idle. There's the hard drive doing its thing. So cool that you can see it. If you ever wondered what a hard drive looked like inside, that's exactly what. Well, smaller. AT&T machines here. Dad, I think, had one at the office a long time ago. Can't remember very well, but it's pretty awesome. So all these wires go back to this central phone system thing, and there's a whole directory. This gentleman at the last table was telling me there's a whole directory of things that you can dial. And so he told me to dial 5999, and I got rickrolled, so that's pretty awesome. Rickrolled in the best way from an old phone system. And I did it on a rotary dial phone. And it just all runs back into that central system. So apparently it all runs back to here. I mean, literally, like telephone tree lines all over the place here. I showed yesterday this thing doing its deal, but that's just so cool. All right, so we're gonna give this a try. So here we go. So I have to dial 5999. That's pretty awesome. Oh, that one's not hooked up. Still pretty awesome. Look at all these phones. It's cool. I love the Kermit phone. That is really cool. All right. So Kermit's going to get rickrolled here in just a second. Oh, yeah. That is a giant monitor. Oh, it's a deck. Wow. Yep, if you want a monitor, got you covered. Or even an uncool printer. Pretty neat. We got some fully boxed systems here. Little Xerox mini printer scanner thing, which is neat. But also this HP Pavilion. Looks like it's a Celeron machine from looking at the specs over here, but still. And a box 1571. Don't see many Atari Jaguars around. Pretty awesome to see though. Sound is pretty good. 64 bits. Here we got an XT. I think with the box. It's pretty cool to see a box actually in pretty good shape with the obvious expected yellowing with the manuals too, or some of the manuals. A whole display of vintage digital cameras. Wow. So cool. Also over here is assistive tech, which is really, really cool. Very important. Here we've got a few editions. I see Sony Mavicas and stuff, all kinds of cool stuff. Yesterday this was a little busy over here. So much cool stuff. Computer controller. Oh, the robot is dead. But there's a video of it in action. A robot switching the switches on the Altair 8800. So that's pretty interesting. What's interesting is, you know, these computers, these Altairs were programmed just by flipping switches. So that's just how it was. No keyboard, no nothing, just switches. But anyway, Forgotten Machines, great channel and great display here. Wow. Now on my way over to a presentation on the Commander X16 by the 8-Bit guy, and TexElec. So there's David right there getting ready for the presentation. We're getting the robots warmed up. Commander X16 sound is really good.
I have an absolute ton of stuff to show you guys. In fact, I'm just going to be racing through it, unfortunately, because I practiced all this at home, and it was going to take like an hour and a half to show everything I want to show. So I'm going to cram it all down into 45 minutes, so we have time for questions. So yeah, I'm just going to get started. So first thing I want to show you guys is our MIDI card, and actually it's 2 cards. So this is a regular MIDI card. It has an input and output, just like you'd expect from a MIDI card. But it also has a wavetable header on here, and this is compatible with the same kind of header you would have like a Sound Blaster back in the day, where you could plug in like Roland MT32 cards or other types of wavetable cards. The video is Melodious. This was written by Troy, who's in the audience somewhere here. Oh, there he is right there in the front. This program plays ZSM files initially, which was kind of like our own proprietary sound tracker format. So I wanted to play this Mission Impossible theme, and I'm going to play it on the internal Yamaha chip, and it's going to sound a lot like playing a MIDI file on an ad-lib card. You're not going to be impressed by this. I'm only playing this for a comparison purposes. So this is Mission Impossible as a MIDI file being played on the Yamaha chip. I'm going to let it go about 30 seconds. Play the song, we'll see if it sounds any better.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow.
I'm gonna make him play something now, because he wants to, so.
Oh, what are you doing?
Mickey's time.
I guess I can play that, I don't remember what the track number was.
There was some kid playing Space Quest on it a minute ago, it sounded perfect.
Oh yeah, there we go, so Alright, there we go, good. And yeah, this is Anders Jensen's full Pesky Robots soundtrack that he did, and there's actually 16 unique songs here, one for the title, and then every level has its own music that goes with it. And I'm going to use the cheat code right quick because, again, we're in a hurry, we've done a whole lot of time. I just wanted you to hear how the sound effects mix with the MIDI music. So, yeah, I mean, this basically becomes an alternate kind of sound card for the computer, basically. You can, and by the way, you've probably heard this song, I use it a lot in YouTube videos. Probably this is like when I'm like scrubbing computers and stuff like that. So anyway, this is another option that we can use the MIDI card for. But this is an example of what it looks like logging into BBS. And by the way, it runs very fast. It runs at 115,200 baud. So, I mean, the speed that it's replaying here is almost the same speed that you would see in real time connecting to one of these BBSs. Here's just playing back some ANSI text files. At some point I pull up some ANSI artwork here. Here's an ANSI game. It's like a Lemmings game that actually uses ANSI stuff. It is just a proof of concept stage at this point. This is my title screen. This is your boss. His name is Glagnar. His first instruction is to tell you to bring container things. And so you are in charge of flying saucer. It's parallax scrolling. It has a little bit of physics to it, so if you try to like turn around, you gotta wait for it to slow down. You can go up and down. And of course, you've got your abduction beam. Like I said, these characters aren't doing anything right now. They're eventually gonna be like walking around doing stuff, but yeah. So you can abduct one of them if you want. Almost look for is the 3D effect, which I was really impressed when I first saw. So if you look at the platforms, they change perspective as you move around, which I thought was pretty cool. So if you want to crawl under this, you can push down twice, crawl under. Hey, progress. But it is a little different. He has added some stuff, I think, that as later on, as you progress the levels, it's not in the original progress, if I remember correctly, but many of you are going to be familiar with this. This demo has only ever been ported to, I think, 2 other systems, and neither of those ports live up to this. This is not streaming from the SD card, because I know some people will probably use of that. This is, in other words, we could probably replay this frame by frame from the SD card, but that's not what's happening here. This is real demo, really running on the
Love it.
Troy added this neat little PC BIOS thing in the beginning.
Wow.
The music has been, the original music on this demo for MS-DOS was a mod tracker. This has been redone as Yamaha music with some samples added in. So it sounds remarkably similar to the music that you would have heard in the original demo, but you will be able to tell it is a little bit different. It's been completely redone. There's been some people that have complained when I said that the Commander X16 was probably as fast as a 286 computer, saying there was no way that's possible. This demo originally ran on a 486, just so you know. Everybody give this man a hand.
Back in the exhibit hall here, that was a great presentation on the Commander X16. I was especially impressed with the music, as you might expect. All the different options for sound is really quite impressive. So anyway, that was pretty neat to see, and I'm glad that it's a project and it's a thing. I may have to get one of these days.
So did I.
Here is an IBM 1130. I'm guessing this is a mini computer. I love how there's a modern laptop hooked up to it too. But love the keyboard, flashing keys. It kind of reminds me of a ride control panel on a Disney ride.
He's a retired electrical engineer.
Got a DEC PDP-8 and an RX02. Looks like 8-inch floppies on there.
That's so cool.
Pretty neat to see. Google Glass. Never actually seen one of those in person. Wonder if they even work now. How crazy. Wow, that is so cool. 1961 RCA color TV. One thing I didn't get a chance to show yet is the little classifieds over here. So it's either want to sell or want to buy. Pretty neat that they do that. I don't think I showed this one. It's a Indigo 2. I think these were some of the machines that helped program the Aladdin VR that they had at Epcot for a while. That one and maybe an Indy workstation. Oh no, VCF Midwest plane crash. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't think I showed this table yet. Really, really cool. The retro alcove with Maiden Ariana. So, really neat. Displays about Wing Commander. I love this machine with the turbo button in the display there. Wing Commander, of course, you got to make sure you're running at the right speed or it'll go way too fast. That's cool. Wow. $110 million. I didn't know that. I love the Tandy little speaker system there. And it's about 1 o'clock on Sunday, and you can see everybody's packing up. So definitely, if you're coming on Sunday, you want to come early in the morning at 9 o'clock when it opens, or you're going to miss out on a lot of exhibits. Of course, there was an exhibit here at some point, and so a lot of stuff just starts to get packed up early because people need to catch flights and things like that. So definitely come early and get what you need before things close up. There's a PC server for sale. It's pretty awesome, a PC DOS. I probably should go get a t-shirt. I haven't gotten one yet. Got my shirt here, pretty cool. It says the 19th Rotary Dial Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. And so with that, shirt in hand and lots of great memories from my first VCF Midwest, I think I'm going to bid adieu to the exhibit hall, go get some lunch, and get on a jet plane. It's been a great trip. Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better experience. So super impressed with the way this was run. Everybody did an amazing job putting this on, and everybody was just so friendly and so thankful for being able to come. I don't think I showed this in the day one vlog, but in order to get from the convention center space all the way over into the hotel space where all the restaurants and things are, you have to go on this little breezeway above the reception area for the main Schaumburg ballroom. Really cool design here, honestly. Lunch was amazing, and this Schaumburg Renaissance Hotel is actually pretty nice. Very, very cool. Just the neat little spaces in here, like this little fire pit area that's actually sunken down a little bit. Just a nice cozy little area to chill and chat. So I don't know, I really like it. It is very well thought out and very pleasant to hang around. And the lobby is nice too. Little bridges everywhere. Escalators going down to the main porte cochere car unloading area. All right, well, goodbye Renaissance Schaumburg Convention Center. It's been fun, and now it's time to head home. And again with the station wagon love. I showed this in the first vlog, but this is just so cool. More Woody station wagons here. Alf watches MacGyver, Reagan. Oh my goodness. That is the most 80s thing ever. Showbiz Pizza. I love that so much. Wow. Made it to O'Hare. A couple wrong turns to rental car return later. And heading up to the shuttle train. Just kidding. Apparently the train is this way. Apparently I can't read signs. It's this escalator I want. O'Hare and Midway, but in this case, just O'Hare. There's where we need to be, right up there on that shuttle. O'Hare. Really cool with all the flags. Well, the ThinkPads made it through security. I wonder what the gate agents thought of these big, thick old things. I'll show them more at the end of the video. All right, security completed. I'm always wondering about these tax and duty-free places. I guess it's mostly if you're interested in makeup, alcohol, things like that. But not really interesting stuff to me, so if they had retro computers, I'd be all about it. And now we have about 2 hours to make it almost 3/4 of a mile down to my gate from here. Yes, you heard that right. It's about 0.7 miles to my gate from here, at least according to my Apple Watch. So got a little walking to do, but we can shop a little bit, so we got about 2 hours. Well, I got some dinner and waiting for my flight. Walked my almost 3/4 of a mile down to the gate and get a cool view of the Chicago skyline from here. You can even see the Willis Tower poking up there above the trees. This is the longest jetway ever. It's like goes around the corner several turns. Still going. On the plane, got a window seat this time, so I'll show you the takeoff and any views we see along the way. And back in the airport in Orlando. So before we end the video, I wanted to show you all of the stuff that I got at VCF Midwest as promised. So here's an overall look at all of it. Lots of cool stuff. So let's take a closer look. First of all, I got a Commander X16 shirt, and I asked David Murray to sign it, and he was happy to do that. He did a great job signing on the t-shirt there, so that's pretty cool. The 8-bit guy signing the shirt there. Next, I got a VCF Midwest shirt, and you can see the little rotary dial phone there. It says the 19th VCF Midwest. And of course, as you saw earlier, they had a really cool thing going on with the phones at VCF Midwest, as we showed earlier in today's video. So then it just says September 2024 and has a dot pattern there, which apparently means something, but I don't know. And then it says Schaumburg down there at the bottom. And this you may recognize as a Nintendo Virtual Boy, the failed virtual reality console of the late 90s. This is something I've never had before. I've never even used it before. And I tried it earlier, and it is a lot of fun. So pretty cool to have one of these, thanks to Dr. Gonzo, one of the viewers on the channel. He fixed it up for me, and it works great. So I'll be doing a future video on this device. But really super great to have one of these in the collection. And then also I got to meet Kate, the Mac librarian here, and here's some stuff I got from her. Here you can see Mackie. That's her little character. If you watch the channel, she's got an actual Mac with a face that blinks and smiles and looks around. So this is a 3D printed version of Mackie here, and it says Macintosh Librarian on the back, but really, really detailed 3D model here. Pretty cool. All the little vent holes and the disk drive and all the little pieces of a Mac. So that's pretty neat. And then got a couple stickers. So go check out her channel if you haven't already done so. But it was super great to meet her. And So she gave me all this stuff, so that was very, very nice. And here I stopped by the TexElec booth, and I got an ISA IDE to SD adapter, so you can put an SD card in an XT class computer. So I'm going to be probably using this for a Samsung laptop that I just got that's actually got ISA expansion in it, so I can get some files on it, but I can also use it in the Tandy or any other computer that's got 8-bit ISA, so that's pretty nice to have. And then over here, I've always wanted one of these. This is a Sony Watchman. It's a black and white one. They only wanted 20 bucks for it, so I do need to get an RF modulator or transmitter to be able to watch anything on it, because of course it doesn't pull anything in because there's no more analog TV anymore, and it does run on analog VHF and UHF. But as you can see, if I turn it on here, it does work. It takes a second to get all warmed up there, but that's actually a little CRT in there, believe it or not. So pretty cool that it does that, and it's got a little black and white CRT in this kind of thick, but not that bad, handheld device. It's made in 1985, still works, so that's pretty awesome. So I'll have to do another video on that. And then it even came with the carrying case there. I figured 20 bucks was a pretty good price for something that fun. And then I got a couple laptops. This is a ThinkPad T23. As you can see, it's in really good shape. I think from what the seller said, it was just stored badly, so the corner of another laptop broke this part. But other than that, it looks mostly unused or very lightly used, even though, you know, it's got some scrapes on it, but I think that's just from being stored poorly. But when you open it up, it's kind of immaculate. So that's pretty cool. So I will be doing a video on this at some point as well, but it honestly looks unused because you can see the little track point nub is actually kind of brand new. So that's pretty cool. Just need to put a hard drive in this thing and it'll be ready to go. So fun to get that for only 30 bucks. And here's another ThinkPad. This is a 760EL, and it's got a little bit of a special trick. Keyboard pops up as you lift the screen. So you can see that from the side there, and I'll be doing a video on this as well. But that's pretty neat how that works. Kind of makes it a little bit more of a comfortable typing angle. This one I need a power adapter for, but they did show me at the show it does work, just I don't have the right AC adapter for it. And I almost forgot, I got these 3 Atari games as well for $10, so pretty good deal and lots of great memories playing these when I was much younger. So there you have it, a lot of great stuff at VCF Midwest 2024, and now I'll take you back to the car at the airport so I can wrap up the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, I'm back in the car. It is still very, very rainy. It's just been really rainy here in Florida, but glad to be back. Glad to be back safely. There were a lot of storms on the way down here. The pilot did an amazing job navigating around all that. I hope you enjoyed some of the footage from in the sky. The window was kind of dirty, so it was hard to get too much, but I thought you'd enjoy some aerial views, and that sunset was absolutely gorgeous. So apparently I was so tired in the car that I forgot to film the end of the outro. So thanks for watching, everybody. So for now, enjoy that tech and keep it retro.